Sagittarius, my dear, there's a truth that's been hidden from you. A truth that, if you knew it, would change the way you see everything. Your love life, your family, even how you see yourself. On Tuesday, the 28th, a sacred portal will open. And if you're brave enough to stay until the very last moment, I will show you why the universe is whispering your name. Why that quiet intuition you've always felt is about to become real. Are you ready? Write this in the comments. I'm ready to face the truth and embrace my great destiny. Because your comment isn't just a statement, it's a signal. It tells the universe, I, Sagittarius, am ready to step into my higher mission. It's time to stop hiding from the voice inside you, the voice that's been whispering all along. 3 cards have appeared before me. The 6 of Cups, the Sun, the Chariot. They're not subtle, they're not vague. They're a warning and a confirmation. There's something, a memory, an image, a longing that's etched deep within you. Something you thought you had moved on from, but it never really left you. And if you don't face it with awareness, you could find yourself walking right back into the same pattern you once fought so hard to escape. But you're not the same person you used to be. On the 28th, you will be given a choice. Not a choice between right or wrong, but between what was and what could be. And the promise I offer you here is not comfort, but a guiding light through the most shadowed corners of your soul. You can move forward, but only if you know how to stay silent at the right time. Choose your words with care, and allow yourself to be led by something higher. In the quietest moment of your day, you'll notice a sign, something small, but unmistakable, confirming what your soul already sensed. If you ignore it, you may find yourself slipping back into the same spiral you once struggled to escape. Not because you're weak, but because you're still loyal to an old emotion that no longer serves you. There's a truth that I won't reveal just yet. I'll only speak it when you're truly ready, because that truth will open a door that leads to your release. If your heart is stirring from these words, write this down. I choose myself, and the light will find me. Not for me, but for the universe to see that you, a soul awakening, are ready to claim your power. I didn't come here to confuse you. I came to light a lamp at the curve in the road where you no longer recognize yourself. Because these 3 cards, they didn't show up by accident. They speak of you, of someone else, and of a wound that once stole your breath. The 6 of Cups is the mirror of memory. It pulls you back to those unfinished glances, those old familiar scents, those dreams that sneak in after dark. It speaks of words never spoken, gestures that once felt like home, and emotional landscapes that no one but you can truly understand. But it's not just nostalgia, it's a warning. Something is returning, a connection left unfinished, a script that hasn't ended, between logic and passion, between freedom and dependency. And I know what you're asking. If that past returns, what do I do? But you've forgotten something important. You now are no longer the version of yourself who begged for love. You don't need anyone to validate your worth. You no longer bargain your peace for a few moments in someone's presence. You've evolved. You're a Sagittarius, the sign of truth, of expansion, of vision. But today, you're being called to look inward, to bring light to the hidden corners of your own heart. The Chariot says, you've already begun moving forward. You've learned to hold the reins of your life. You now know when to speak, when to fall silent, and when to walk away. And now, once again, you're being tested. Can you steer the chariot of your life without looking in the rearview mirror? Because today's lesson isn't about love. It's about inner strength. About whether you can truly stay centered in your own truth, or whether you'll keep surrendering to the same old cycles just because they feel familiar. You are fire, but you no longer burn yourself just to keep others warm. You are the arrow, but you no longer fly blindly toward what does not deserve your soul. Now, you aim with intention, with clarity, with a self-respect that can no longer be traded away. But there's one thing I want you to remember. You have the right to remember, but that doesn't mean you have to return. You have the right to forgive, but that doesn't mean you must forget the lesson that shaped your strength. If they come back to find you, listen, but not with your heart, with the wisdom you've earned, in silence, in solitude. Ask yourself, do I still need this, or do I just miss it? The sun reveals this. Every truth will unfold in divine timing. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to touch the wound just to see if it still hurts. Maturity isn't about not feeling anymore. It's about saving your love for what truly honors your soul. A connection that respects your freedom, your ideals, your essence. Because when you give from wholeness, everything finds its rightful place. But when you give from lack, you'll end up repeating the lesson, one that should have ended long ago. Soon, I see doors opening, the very ones that stayed closed for so long. Not by chance, but because of the days you chose yourself. Where it was silent, your name will be whispered. Where it was locked, new paths will reveal themselves. And it's not just love, it's money, it's purpose. It's that project you left half finished. Now it wakes up again. You'll be surprised how quickly things shift. All at once, because your frequency is finally aligned. Because you're no longer hiding from yourself. And if your heart feels like it's being knocked on, write this down. I choose myself, and my light will lead what is meant for me. Share this video if it stirs something in you. Who knows? Someone out there may need this light to keep going. And in the next video, I'll show you why. Those repeating dreams are carrying messages from your soul guides. We'll meet there soon. But right now, I feel a breakthrough approaching you. A divine reward. One you once thought was too far away, too unrealistic, maybe even not meant for you. But the universe doesn't care about logic. It responds to your vibration. It may be an unexpected invitation, a message from someone who's been silent for too long. A sign that the path you chose, even when it was lonely, has begun to shine. And on Tuesday, October 28, you'll receive a sign. It won't be loud, but it will be clear. It might be a text, a look, a line of words that stops you in your tracks. It could be a strange synchronicity, a song lyric that echoes the emotion you've been trying to hide. A person you thought had forgotten, suddenly saying something you've never shared aloud. From my soul to yours, I urge you, don't celebrate too soon. Don't declare victory just yet. Protect your plans like sacred seeds. Not everyone wants to see you bloom. Let your silence speak for you. Let your success echo louder than any explanation. A powerful figure will arrive, not flashy, but capable of opening doors that were once slammed in your face. Don't reject help just because of your pride, and don't fear that accepting something means you owe anyone anything, because real gifts never come with conditions. They only ask that your heart be open enough to receive. There will be two energies approaching you. One is old, familiar pain, restless nights, burning eyes, unspoken promises. The other is new, strange yet familiar, as if your souls had met before. And now, at the right time, they found each other again. This connection will not be gentle. It will make your heart beat louder, not out of fear, but because life is rushing back into you. You might ask yourself, can I love this time without losing myself? And that, dear Sagittarius, is your soul's lesson. To hold your center, even in the strongest emotional waves. To love without dissolving. To give without disappearing. To open and still have boundaries. This is the art only a matured soul can master. The chariot, symbol of willpower and direction, appears now like a guide. It doesn't forbid you from loving, but it asks you to lead your own emotions, because a flame without direction can burn everything to the ground, instead of lighting the way. Don't let the past set the standard. Don't compare the new one with the old. You are no longer who you once were, and the world is no longer what it used to be. Let your body respond. Feel your breath when this person is near. Does your heart open, or does it close? And with the past, if they return, listen not just with your ears, but with your intuition. Observe. Are there real actions? Are there true changes? Or is it just an old copy of a lesson you've already graduated from? They're not the enemy. They are a mirror reflecting back the version of you that once thought you needed someone to feel worthy. And now you have a chance to release that belief for good. Today, I see in you a greater spiritual power than ever before. You're no longer chasing meaning, you're becoming the meaning. Whatever you focus on expands. If you choose fear, you'll see limitations. But if you choose trust, you'll see doors. Place your hand on your heart and repeat after me. I choose myself. I release what no longer belongs to me. And my path opens with light, with love, and with awakening. Now feel how your energy shifts as you speak those words. This is not a miracle. This is resonance. When you are aligned with yourself, the universe responds with exactly what you need. Have you been dreaming of the same symbols lately? A place, a name, a number? Do you hear a song and feel like it's telling your story? Believe it. The universe doesn't scream, it whispers. And you, child of fire and truth, you were born to hear that whisper. If you feel an urge, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this bringing me closer or further from my peace? That's the only compass you need. Physically, it's time to rest. Not because you're weak, but because you've been strong for too long. You don't need to prove anything anymore. Now, your task is to allow yourself to be reborn. When you stop trying to control the outcome arrives. When you stop bracing yourself out of fear, you realize no one else is in the race. You are not competing. Someone will reach out to you for emotion, for curiosity, maybe even out of jealousy. Use your intuition as a filter. Not every hand is meant to be held. Not every gaze is pure. And if someone returns, remember, their return is not here to pull you back, but to help you stand taller in the light of who you've now become. There may be a reunion, but not to repeat history, only to complete it. No more resentment, no more unfinished business. And at the same time, another presence begins to enter your life, gentle yet powerful, quiet yet deeply moving. It doesn't seek to possess you. It simply wants to walk beside you. If something in your heart begins to stir, write this down. I choose myself, and light finds me in peace. And if this message speaks to you, share it. Because someone out there may need a light like yours. You may not find what you're waiting for in a crowded celebration, in a grand sign from the sky, or in a dramatic conversation. It might come softly, in a quiet moment, in a simple exchange that opens an entire universe, in a single glance that makes you whisper, "This is the moment." Don't break it with comparison. Don't measure what's coming through the scars of what has passed. True love and sacred opportunity only take root in one place, the present. And this moment, Sagittarius, is your invitation. If your heart feels calmer when you walk alone, honor that rhythm. If joy rises when you think of sharing, step forward sincerely. It doesn't matter whether you stay or go. What matters is that you don't betray your intuition while doing it. The Chariot, once again, reminds you, strength doesn't come from silencing your feelings, but from guiding them with awareness. On this Tuesday, the 28th, like a melody already written by the stars, something will be revealed. Maybe it's a message that seems ordinary, a small gesture that makes you realize they know, or an invitation, one that rearranges your priorities and returns you to your rightful place in someone's story. But don't rush. Don't decide while your emotions are still trembling. Observe. Write if you must, and let 24 hours pass as an act of cleansing. In the morning light that follows, you will see exactly what you need to see. I'm also being shown something, a subtle habit that's been draining you, a connection that still occupies space within you, but no longer nourishes you. Loosen it, gently. No anger, no blame, only compassion and a little patience, like untangling an old knot. Maybe you need to rethink how you spend your time. Maybe you need distance from someone whose presence keeps exhausting your spirit. Maybe it's time to clear your room or the furniture inside your soul. I see you, or soon will see you, feeling a pull to change your space, to clean, to move things around, to give away, to renew the flow. It's not random, it's your soul reacting, preparing for what's next. You're entering a phase where abundance flows easily, as long as you allow it to move, instead of holding it back. Someone may come to you, seeking guidance, and you, with your fiery heart, will want to help. But remember this, compassion is a gift, not an obligation. You are not here to save them. You are here to be the light, so that when they are ready, they can finally see. And if you cannot reach the ocean, that sacred element of cleansing, then bathe in warm water. Pour yourself tea and watch the evening sky in silence. That is a ritual, a gentle way to return home to your center before this moment closes. If these words find a tender place in your heart, write it down now, with clarity and reverence. I honor my heart. I reclaim what belongs to me. I release what no longer does. This is not superstition. This is sacred language, a promise whispered into the universe. And the universe always responds. Now breathe and open your heart to the final message. Because I feel, some of you, my dear Sagittarius, have quietly lost your faith. Not all at once, but little by little. A quiet erosion so subtle you didn't notice, but your intuition did. And now it's knocking again, asking to be heard. I see it, your confidence, once radiant, is returning, and as you stop meeting each blessing with suspicion, life begins to give more. Not just money, but stability, recognition, love that doesn't come with anxiety, a purpose that no longer burns you out, and at last, you sleep peacefully with a light conscience. Everything you've been planting in silence is beginning to bloom. Don't rush. Don't measure your blossom against someone else's calendar. Trust me, what is meant for you will arrive the moment you stop demanding and start receiving. And yet, there's still one truth approaching. One final puzzle piece of your destiny map. It will shift how you see both your past and your present. But I will leave that for the next chapter, because it deserves its own sacred space to land in you. But if you already feel ready, write this down. I welcome the good, without resistance, without fear. And then, let Tuesday the 28th bring you the sign you've been waiting for. And when it comes, you'll remember this day. You'll remember that today you made a different choice. You chose not to abandon yourself anymore. That's why you won't be surprised if life sends you what seems like a coincidence. A glance, a clumsy message, a half-spoken sentence that somehow shifts the invisible threads. Not to rewrite the past as if nothing ever hurt, but to close the chapter with clarity or open a door with full awareness. A door into a love or life that reflects who you are now, not who you once were. Because, my dear Sagittarius, you are no longer in the same place. You've stepped outside the loop of unconscious reactions. You've learned to retreat when the waters rage. You wait for the tide to settle before swimming. You check the wind before you draw your bow. And most sacred of all, you've learned to protect the temple within, not with coldness, but with compassion. You've become not just a seeker of truth, but a guardian of your own light. And that is the mark of a soul that remembers its divine mission. When the waters inside you become still, the shores outside you begin to soften. The universe feels that shift, and like a wise mother, it sends you signs, gentle yet unmistakable. A flicker of light just when you need it most. A chance encounter, quiet but enough to change your direction. It's time to plant what truly stirs your soul. No more delays, no more waiting for things to be perfect. The dreams you put on hold to care for others, they're calling you back now. The longings you tucked away out of fear, they're ready to be lived out loud and without apology. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to fall, because when your heart is honest, every beginning becomes a sacred return. You've lifted so many others, and now you know how to lift yourself. I see you building something new, not just to succeed, but to feel peace. A safe space for your soul. A project, a home, a community where truth is honored and you can be fully you, with no need to explain or defend. Abundance is wrapping around you like a warm wave, not just as a vague promise, but as something real, something you can hold if you nourish it with care and attention. I only ask one thing: stay loyal to yourself. Stay loyal to the rhythm of your own heart, even if no one else dances to it. If you feel this message, write it down in the comments. I choose to return to myself and plant what truly makes me come alive. I'm moved by the image of you, a Sagittarius with a heart like a quiet beach, not needing anyone to approve, yet silently rearranging the pieces you thought were lost. You are the sign of ideals, but now you've learned how to bring those ideals down to earth. You are a bearer of light, one who turns solitude into a guiding flame, one who knows failure doesn't destroy you. It brings you back to a deeper truth. And because you've learned to slow down, life is now ready to trust you with something bigger. Every sorrow has found its place within you, no longer tearing you apart, but becoming bookmarks in the story of your life. Nothing you've lived was wasted. Every missed hope was a divine redirection, bringing you exactly where you need to be today. I hear the whispers of the spirits who walk with you. They never left, even when you doubted. They look at you now with quiet pride, like someone waiting at the gate for a traveler to return, more whole, more calm, more clear-eyed. They saw every night you couldn't sleep, every step you took without being understood. and they acted, opening doors you thought were shut forever. You are not alone. You've never been alone. They're still whispering in your dreams, in the song that catches your breath, in the coincidence that stops you in your tracks. If you're going through a pause, a delay, know this: what's coming is not a reward, it's what you were always meant to receive. No one is punishing you. Nothing is in vain. Even the falls carry their own compass. Something big is coming. A project, a relationship, a new home, a new way of life. You can't see the whole picture yet, but like a secret bay that only reveals itself when the tide pulls back, you are about to witness something complete, clear, and breathtaking beyond words. And when that moment arrives, you'll understand. There are no coincidences. No one enters or leaves your life without leaving behind a gift. You've grown stronger, more awake, more tender toward yourself. And that makes you irreplaceable. If you are ready to receive peace that doesn't need to shout, write this in the comments below. I step into the fullness I have planted with all my heart. You've walked through storms that came without warning, with no shelter, and sometimes not even knowing where you were heading. But in every downpour, you kept a candle lit behind the window. A small, quiet light, but one that never went out. And that very flame became the signal the universe needed to know. You're still here, you still believe, and you are still ready to receive what has always been meant for you. You once placed your heart on the table like a gift, hoping someone would understand, would cherish it. And many times, you were the one left to gather the pieces. But now you know. True love doesn't come from being chosen by someone else. It comes when you finally choose yourself first. You've learned that generosity isn't sacrifice when it flows from fullness, not from lack. That lesson may have arrived in loneliness. It may have come after hundreds of questions left unanswered, but it's the lesson that ensures you'll never be drained again. In fact, everything from here on will amplify your light. I see you undergoing a deep transformation, one that needs no explanation. It shows in your eyes, in the way you choose silence over justification, in how you no longer need to explain yourself just to be understood. You are entering the moment of truth. What no longer resonates will fall away on its own. The tangled, heavy connections of the past are being unraveled now. Not because you've stopped caring, but because you've become more honest with the true frequency of your being. What you're releasing is not just people. You're shedding inherited beliefs, borrowed expectations, emotional burdens that were never yours to carry. And every release creates space for something more worthy. I feel it. A new breeze has touched your soul. Not an illusion, not a hollow promise, but a love, quiet yet powerful. A love that walks beside you, not one that tries to control. A presence that holds you without trying to dim your light. This person will not try to fix you. They will embrace you as you are, with the calm presence of someone who has lived many lifetimes. And you, the one who has learned to love yourself unconditionally, you are now ready to see it. You don't have to search anymore. You just need to keep the light in your home burning, and the right soul will find their way to you. Maybe the past still lingers somewhere. An unfinished conversation, a scene playing on repeat in your mind. But this time, you are the one who brings closure. Not out of resentment, but because you understand now, a true ending isn't a shut door. It's a clearing of the path. Don't be afraid if the past comes back. It's not here to define you anymore. It's here to confirm that you've changed. If it shows up, just breathe. Watch it. Respond from your quiet heart. not your fear. I also see light returning to you in work, in finances, in that project you once loved but thought was lost. Something is being resurrected. A new proposal, an opportunity from someone who was once silent. A shift that helps you balance freedom and stability. What's behind you is no longer who you are. What's ahead reflects who you've become. I see you noticing beauty again in the simple things. A sunrise, a warm cup of tea, a heartfelt story, a quiet, honest life. And when you can see beauty again in ordinary moments, it means darkness no longer holds power over you. I see a pair of eyes watching you, someone who once thought you were a mystery, now sees you as a safe harbor in a chaotic sea. They haven't spoken yet, but their gaze is starting to speak for them. And the moon, the silent guide, is placing her hand on your forehead, keeping you safe, guiding your dreams, sending you memories from souls who still love you, even if they're no longer here in body. Write down your dreams in the days ahead. There are symbols repeating, an image, a voice, a feeling. Each one is a piece of the larger picture. And that picture is about to come together. You're reaching a fated turning point, a place where you no longer ask for permission to feel, you just live in the frequency of who you are. You're entering a new era of self, where you don't have to chase, because what's meant for you will find you. Remember this, I am the keeper of the light within me, and that light is enough to open every door. And yes, dear Sagittarius, each door, each piece will open one by one, not with noise, not with force, but with the quiet dignity of a soul that finally knows who it is. Not because you erased the past, but because you've understood its sacred purpose. You're no longer trying to forget. You've learned how to see every loss through the eyes of wisdom. This isn't escape. It's the most courageous act your soul could choose. Let the words I speak now become a silent embrace you've been waiting for. An embrace that needs no explanation. An embrace that simply says, "You've done so well. I invite you not to believe in someone's promises, but to believe in yourself, in the sacred intuition that once led you through nights of confusion, in the light within you that kept shining, even when you were tired. You, Sagittarius, have been the rock for others, and also the gentle river when the world needed softening. And because of that perfect balance, the universe is rewarding you, not with fireworks, but with a peaceful heart, opening slowly, like a dawn with no rush. And from that quiet place, hope begins to rise again, like a newborn sprout. No drama, no proving, just your permission to feel again, to try again, to love again, to choose again, this time with rules written by you. Life doesn't ask you to repeat, it invites you to renew. Every sunrise whispers a question. Today, will you choose what truly makes you feel alive? I see your spirit guides surrounding you like fireflies in the night. Not too bright to blind you, just enough to help you find your way home. There are loving presences smiling each time you set a boundary. Every time you say no from a place of self-respect or yes to something that warms your heart, they nod in quiet agreement. If you've been feeling lonely, please know you're simply inside a sacred stillness. And when you need to, whisper their name. They'll answer you through a song you hear by chance, a repeating number on the clock, a dream that lingers long after you wake. Right now, I ask you to place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath. Feel your body as the temple of a soul that is finally awakening. And say this with me. If these words stir something ancient within you, I am the sacred flame. I am home. I am the light. I am worthy of love and peace. And I welcome it now, under the moon of my becoming. Let yourself fall into a few quiet moments, as if to let the universe hear you. Not with ears, but with the field of energy you just activated. In the days to come, if an old face rises up in your mind, welcome them gently, as if an old friend has come to visit. Offer them a cup of tea in your imagination. Sit together, listen, and then say goodbye with gratitude. No need to hold on, no need to push away. Just allow what is complete to be complete. If someone new appears and it feels like a new beginning, let truth be the foundation. Let slowness be the rhythm. Let respect be the wind wall. You no longer need to chase, no need to prove, and absolutely no need to save anyone. Your sensitivity is not a burden. It's a spiritual compass. If something makes you shrink, step away. If something makes your heart open, lean in. You, Sagittarius, don't need to rationalize every feeling anymore. You only need to be honest with your center. Some gifts you only receive when you become quiet enough to feel them. Creating, writing, cooking, helping someone, healing the world with your soft, quiet tenderness. The world needs that, and it's waiting to see how you choose to shine your light. And if one night longing comes to visit, don't chase it away. Invite it in. Let it tell its story. And then release it peacefully. Now take a deep breath as if you are breathing in new life, and exhale everything that's ready to dissolve. If this ending touched something inside you, leave a comment and write, "Under the moon, I return to myself." Let those words become a prayer, a farewell, and a doorway. And finally, the old friend who's always been watching over you, just want to say you're ready now, and life knows it. From this moment on, you don't have to go searching for what already belongs to you, because it will come to you again and again, like the tide returning home to the shore.